this video, we show what it's actually like to stay in a safari camp in Kenya. And we'll give a quick review of the place we stayed at, the Mara Eden Safari Camp. So if you've been watching this series, you know we spent some time in Nairobi.
Our city, our country.
It's very nice. Then headed over to do some safaris at Amboseli National Park. You don't have to watch the previous videos first, but the goal of this series is to be the ultimate guide for a Kenya safari. Then we headed to the Sopa Lodge in Naivasha. There I boated around a bunch of hippos and saw a lot of cool birds and other animals at Lake Naivasha. Now we're headed to the Mara Eden Safari Camp at the Masai Mara. So on the way in, we were lucky enough to see a cheetah. He or she was on top of a dirt mound, so we could see it really well. I didn't get the best video, but I was able to get some good pictures. We saw a few cheetahs in Amboseli, but to see one already, we knew we were in a good spot. Finally made it to Masai Mara. We're going to stay at Mara Eden for the next 5 days. That ride getting in was rough. I feel beat up. Like I was in a prize fight or something. That is bumpy. I didn't know it was going to be that bumpy that long. Yeah, that's nice.
This is cool.
I like this. I think I like this better than the fancy ones, especially the last one.
Oh, there's the river right there.
I know, we're super close to the river.
I don't know what our guide does. Where does he stay?
Well, our room looks nice. Looks a lot more rustic than our last two places that were more like resorts or something. This is more what I picture when I think of going on a safari. Tents. But these are super nice. I know I've shown some of this footage before in our series intro and when I compared the rooms in Amboseli and the Masai Mara, but most of this footage will be new. It was getting late, but we settled in and headed out for a short game drive. Not so dusty here. It's nice.
I like it.
Just bumpy, but not dust. We used the same tour guide and company for our whole trip, but Mara Eden also has safari tour guides that you can look into using. I don't know the pricing, but it may be a way to save a little bit of money if it's cheaper. This is a lot less crowded than Amboseli. Well, that was fun. We saw a same cheetah was there, and then we saw a second cheetah. So if you stay here, you'll be right on the river. And the river has a lot of hippos and crocodiles. And you may want to bring earplugs. The hippos can get quite loud while you're sleeping. At night or early in the morning, you will need to call for an escort to leave your tent. Okay, we don't know how to work the phone, so we're gonna chance walking by ourselves. It's pretty bright. What we found funny though is when we would call for an escort, they would usually send a girl about the size of Shannon, and all she had was a big stick. So a typical day here is to get up early and have breakfast and then head out for a game drive. Then you can either head back to camp after the drive for lunch, or the chefs at Mara Eden will actually pack you a lunch. A packed lunch was great for the days where we did a long game drive, and driving all the way back to the camp wasn't feasible. While the packed lunches were handy, they sure didn't compare to the lunches they served back at the camp. Fries are good?
Mm-hmm.
Food looks really good. Is this what lunch looks like? I thought
Dinner was supposed to be better.
maybe we should be packing our lunches. Should be eating here. It's a far cry from those sandwiches. The food there was delicious, and you got a ton of it. Lunch was the only meal that wasn't served buffet style. Probably since most people were out on game drives. And this camp was small, which was nice. There were only about a dozen guests or so when we were there. Shannon, come here. So the service was very personalized.
We'll take you on a little shortcut. So
Okay.
Take you the adventurous way. Yeah, there's a dead hippo on the way.
Oh no.
He was literally right there yesterday.
Oh, really?
He was right there yesterday.
Is that a crocodile?
There are many there. The hippo was dead there. He was stuck on the rocks, so I'm a bit baffled in where he's from.
Will other animals eat it?
Yeah,
Did he float down?
possible. They're very big and hard to move.
Well, once they get in the water for so long, they float. They float.
He was all floated and floated down. And we were hoping he'd float away, but I don't know where he's from. But sometimes the smell can just be very bad.
Bad.
Those hippos, I just took pictures of, are about 40 feet from our room. Man, this place is great. Really down in the elements. This is the parking lot right up here. They said a whole tribe of lions were sleeping here the other day. Pretty cool to see. So after breakfast, we headed out for our first full day game drive. It was absolutely amazing. I'll show that in the next video, so make sure to subscribe to get notified for that. But for now, I want to talk more about the Mara Eden Safari Camp. This is the driveway into the resort, or lodge, or camp. I don't know what you call a bunch of tents. Camp. We weren't in our rooms very often, but when we were there, they were quite comfortable, especially considering they were just basically big tents. We were here in August, and the weather was great. The days were warm, and the nights cooled down quite a bit. What was great is while you were at dinner, the staff would put a hot water bottle in your bed to heat it up. That was plenty, maybe even too much, to keep us warm at night. We also always had hot showers and good water pressure. So here's where they heat up our water every night for our showers. So that feeds over to here. I don't know what those rods coming off are, maybe solar? I was gonna take a picture of the wine list. I just memorized it for you. They have a white wine by the glass and red wine by the glass. Did not look at the prices. Everything's cheap here.
Huh?
Just laugh.
Chris, that's stupid.
So literally everybody we saw, and I think every guest that we saw when we stayed in the Amazon had just got back from a safari, and they were trying to recreate the safari experience in the Amazon. And it's a lot different there. It's a lot harder to find animals and stuff. I also think they have a lot more bugs and small stuff that will kill you, as opposed to hippos and all the big stuff here, which actually makes it a little bit more scary. Sometimes we would just hang out outside our tent and watch the wildlife around the camp. One morning we were woken up by the sound of fire. Well, there was a hot air balloon going right over our room. We take our own hot air balloon safari the next day, and that video should be out after the video of the first game drive we did here. There's a huge crocodile right across the bank from our room. I gotta wait for the sun to go down a little bit before I can take a picture of it. That might be Fluffy. They named one huge crocodile here Fluffy. So they saw it eat a zebra head whole, and that looks like it could eat a zebra whole. That thing is big. We came out to take a picture of this giant, or the big crocodile, and it looks like there's one swimming by that's quite a bit bigger, at least according to the water.
Some pictures aren't turning out.
We're not really supposed to be out here, but I mean, it's right outside our tent. These weird bubbles, they I think the hippos are defecating because a bunch of stuff floats to the top right after all those bubbles happen. Where?
The one that's going.
No, that's a hippo. That's a hippo there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. You'll find him. He's huge. Look at that thing.
That's gotta be.
Sun's right in my camera, but well, even though it was the least fancy place we stayed at, Mara Eden was our favorite spot we stayed on our safaris. Staying in tents really made it feel like a true safari. The hot water bottles were a nice touch. We will definitely stay here again if we are ever fortunate enough to come back. The food and accommodations were great, and the people were even better. And staying near the river added some excitement and attracted interesting wildlife. And at no time did we feel unsafe. It was actually extremely relaxing. Normally we have to plan all our own activities, but here we just woke up, went on a game drive, ate and drank, then rinse and repeat. The game drives here were amazing. We'll be showing some of those soon. Alright guys, make sure to like and subscribe, and we have over 100 videos on our channel, so pick an adventure and let's go do some stuff.